Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today I just want to have a conversation with you guys. I just want to talk about why you're seeing so many people not play this game as much as they used to back in the days. And it's not just anyone. I'm talking some of the biggest content creators out there, like Bobby Plays, iferg. These guys, if you watch their latest videos, they've talked about why they've kind of stopped playing multiplayer mode.
Over the past few seasons, respawns have become more and more difficult to enjoy for a number of reasons.
Some of you guys have noticed that I haven't been playing ranked, especially not on my stream.
Bobby Plays actually makes a really good point on as to why he just basically makes videos or streams and only plays Search and Destroy, because everything else is just completely boring. It's really not fun to play. And so today I'm going to talk about just all the things that basically have led to this point, everything that's basically wrong with COD Mobile. Alright, so first off, let me just start off by saying COD Mobile is still a great game. It is one of the best out there. But with that being said, just because something is the best game out there doesn't mean there's nothing wrong with it. It's basically like saying, let's say Comcast is the only internet provider in your area. Now, do you have any other options? Not really, but is Comcast the best? Absolutely not, because any Comcast user knows just the amount of inconvenience that you deal with when you're using their internet. They could be one of the biggest providers out there, but there's still a lot wrong with it. And similarly, this game is amazing. It's one of the best games out there, but certain things have been just degrading the user experience of this game lately. Number one thing that I think right now is just completely ruining the game is skill-based matchmaking and just how broken it is. Now, before you guys say something, alright, I just want you guys to look at this. Here is my recent history of games that I played. Now, as you can see, I lost a game. It was a ranked hardpoint. On my team, I had a guy who went 116. He is in legendary and he went 116. And the guy on top of him went double negative. And here's a game previous to that. 3 of these guys on my team are leaderboard players, like global top 25 leaderboard players. So if you go in the global top leaderboard, number 3 guy Frosty, he was on my team. Yanis, the top 14 guy, was on my team. And if you go down, this guy was also on my team. Like, once you put me in games alongside with people who basically have really no idea what's going on in the game. Like, I'm still confused how you can go 116 being in legendary. Like, I just don't know how that's even possible. And I'm not insulting these guys, all right? I'm just saying that someone who has a KD of, let's say, 0.5 does not belong in a lobby where people have KD of 2.5, 2.8. That is just a fact. You do not belong in that lobby. Like, one game I'm playing with like the best of the best players out there, and the next game I'm playing with like 116. I mean, come on, man. How does that? I just don't get it, how that was a fair lobby and a fair matchup. If that doesn't tell you that there's something really broken and completely wrong about the skill-based matchmaking, I don't know what will. And the next thing is how ARs have become the new metas. Ever since, I believe it was season 7, season 8, when HVK became like the meta along with the Fennec. Ever since then, ARs have been really strong. Ever since Corda had got nerfed, like that was a last season, I believe, when an SMG was like really strong. Ever since then, ARs have been getting favored by the developers. That's kind of broken, because a weapon that just 3-shots you mid to close range. How do you compete against that with like a shotgun or a submachine gun? Like, not everyone likes using ARs. Some people like running shotguns, some people like running SMGs. I think majority of the people love running SMGs. Back in season 4, season 5, season 6, no one really complained about SMGs being the metas. Like, people liked the way it was. You had to be aggressive. You couldn't just sit in one corner. You couldn't just sit in one window. How is that even fun to play a game where you have to basically face something like that? Next up is thermites and molotovs. When molotovs were introduced in the game, literally people quit playing multiplayer. Everyone, I feel like that was when a lot of people actually played BR mode in this game. Me, myself, I never played BR before that. Like, that was a season where I was like, yep, I gotta try BR out because this new molotovs things, I can't deal with that because you couldn't. Now you have thermites. Let me explain why thermites and molotovs do not belong as something that you can spawn with and just immediately toss in the battlefield. Thermites, it's an instant block. Like that pathway, that window, that corner gets instant blocked. Let's say you run into someone holding a thermite or a molotov. When usually you run into someone holding a grenade and you have a weapon in your hand, you are mostly going to win that gunfight. But now they can literally throw a thermite and a molotov on you and both of you will mostly end up dead. Like, yeah, you will kill him, but chances are if he's close by, both of you are going to end up dead. Or you'll be very weak after you run away from that. I know there's a guy capping point B, but I can't go through because he's put a thermite on the door, and if I rush through it, my movement speed is going to be gone. I'm going to take some damage. He will easily be able to kill me. There is no point in me even pushing through. I know I'm going to be in an unfair situation in that gunfight. So it's insane. I just don't get it. No one liked the idea of molotovs being in the game as something that you spawn with, and now with restock, well, guess what, now you have 2 of those. But think about it, back when season 5, season 6, if you had to cap a point and there was someone nearby, you had to win the gunfight. Now if you know there's a guy coming towards you, you have got UAV, you can hear them now thanks to dead silence being completely useless, just toss a freaking thermite. A lot of people say, well, then you can equip a trophy system when you're pushing to point B, you know, in order to hold off some of that thermite, some of that molotov spam. Well, here's the thing, all right? A lot of times when you're playing solo, thanks to skill-based matchmaking, your team isn't the greatest, and it basically relies on you. You can either equip a flashbang or a concussion and make some crazy plays with it. You get a 2-piece, get a 3-piece, and then, like, you know, eventually turn the game around. Or you can remove that out and just put a trophy in. But the problem with that is that you will actually never be able to push through to point B in order to actually use it, because unless you're using a concussion, you can't really break through that easily. Like, if your team is getting absolutely demolished, there isn't really much you can do with that trophy. Concussion is what you need in order to break through, and everyone refers to season 3, season 5, season 6 as the glory days of COD Mobile. Like, that was when the game was at its peak. Ever since then, like, you introduced molotovs, you introduced thermites, you introduced the Fennec, Akimbo, and then ARs. Like, ever since then, the game's been going down, along with the bugs and glitches and the skill-based matchmaking, desync. It's been running rampant. No one really enjoys this game anymore. I get it. I'm not a developer, and I'm pretty sure that desync isn't that easy of a problem to fix. Like, I get it. But what makes no sense to me is that you are ruining perfectly working game balances. Like, skill-based matchmaking before the previous season, it was fine. Like, the lobbies were great before molotovs became a thing. People were happy before ARs became a 3-shot kill weapon. No one complained about SMGs being the metas before persistence VTOL became a thing. No one really complained about dead silence being so strong. I used to play this game for hours back in like season 3, season 4, for hours every single day. Now I'm just like maybe once or twice a week, couple hours, and I can't wait to get off the game because it's just every gunfight is the same. Every lobby, you feel like the lobby just isn't fair enough. Every corner that you push is a guy with an AR just head glitching. Every time you try to take a domination flag or get into the hard point, you just get bombarded with molotovs and thermites. I mean, it's just everyone's using thermites, everyone's using ARs, everyone's using persistence VTOLs. It's just every fight is the same. And like, yeah, ASM 10 has been nerfed, but now it's Man of War. Everyone is using Man of War, and Bobby Plays talked about this exact same issue. And even on Reddit, people have been saying if this is how the game continues, they're most probably gonna stop playing the game very soon. And it kind of sucks, man, because this game has a potential to be one of the best games out there, and it is one of the best games out there, but it can be so much better, man. Like, it's just small changes can make this game so much better. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you agree with me? If I've missed out on something, let me know what your thoughts are. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take it easy.